moment. Hey, look at that. We're back. It's back. I'm sorry, it's back. We're back. Episode number 192 of My Cup of Tea. Evan, thoughts?
We're back. 192. Like I said, I did say earlier. I did say like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. I don't know, a month ago. When we get to the end of Monarch, we'll be at 200. But now we have to double up, so we might be at 199. I can't. I'm not good at quick math, but we're gonna get. We have like 6 episodes left of Monarch, right? We're gonna break down episodes 3 and 4. One episode 192. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 6 episodes left. We'll be at 198. When things happen, or maybe not actually, because we'll have another My Cup of Tea this week. We're doubling up this week with Daredevil coming out. Thanks, Derpy. We look old as fudge. Is that because we haven't shaved? I don't know.
Your emotional state dictates how you look, probably.
Exactly. Derpy, you can't be talking. How old you are, Derpy? 50? Are you Unk status?
Are you 501?
My kids all call me Unk. It's annoying.
Unk as well.
Wow. We gotta cancel Unk.
Why?
We gotta cancel that word. We gotta make Unk feel lame. No, I don't. But I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. I'm on spring break now, so I got to go back to teaching on next Monday. So I'm enjoying the spring break. I'm getting very far in my manga. I'm reading a lot. I saw Project Hail Mary Saturday. I'm seeing Ready or Not 2 tomorrow. And I've been watching a lot of good TV on HBO and shit like that. So I'm killing it. I'm playing a new game, Control. I talked about a little bit off stream. Control is fun. If anybody here has played it, put something in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe. Okay, but Nathan, how you been?
And I'm Nathan.
Don't act like your life is boring, Nathan.
I wish it was. I wish it was boring. It would make things easier. No, we're fine. We're chugging along. I'm doing more Time Blazer development. I'm getting people in on casting and creative involvement, other creatives as well. So, getting the ball rolling, focusing in, locking in to distract from the cold reality that is our world. A world where Avengers Doomsday will not be in IMAX, I just heard. So that's where I'm at.
Isn't that weird? Because wasn't that on the IMAX schedule? Like for IMAX, like we know Dune is on the IMAX schedule, but like I thought IMAX said like, hey, por qué no dos or whatever. Like I thought they would be like, hey, they're both in IMAX. Like, hasn't that happened in the past before? Like 2 movies have IMAX or something?
Yeah, but I guess if you pre-register, I don't know. That seems to be what's happening right now. I think a lot of people assumed Avengers was going to be big IMAXs like they usually are, but especially with the push of what Infinity War and Endgame had, where they were all shot in IMAX the whole way through, and it led to the IMAX enhanced options for Marvel films all throughout Disney Plus with their conjoined deal. It was kind of an assumed thing that it would happen.
Well, IMAX scenes were shot in IMAX. Or what Avengers scenes were shot in IMAX?
For Infinity War and Endgame.
Movie?
Yeah.
Wow.
And you can watch them on Disney Plus. On Disney Plus,
I don't think I saw
the enhanced. The whole
either of. Yeah. I think I watched them on Disney Plus, and I don't think I went to the theaters and saw them in IMAX though. I don't think so. Hey. Just think 1 month and a week till movies pick up in May. I think March has a better slate than March and April might have a better slate than May. May has Devil Wear Prada 2, which I can't wait to see. A new Jake Gyllenhaal movie. Can't wait to see that. Guy Ritchie, Jake Gyllenhaal, Henry Cavill doing some spy shit. And then there's a Star Wars movie about a bounty hunter. I think it's called Mandalorian in his green pet.
Tin Man and Frog.
So yeah, I'm not the most hyped for Mando and Grogu, but I
whenever
Like I keep watching the same trailer, so my hype level is remaining like the same.
I think the rewatch of the shows is helping me.
Mm.
I'm also showing my friend a lot of it for the first time. We're getting like big refresh that he hasn't seen in years, and we're in the middle of Book of Boba Fett. We just got to the Mando episode, and we're both actively watching the Mando episode, which is all focused 99.9% on Din, and we're like, is this one of the best episodes? And it's not in this show.
Yeah, it's a great Mandalorian episode.
Because it started off and it was like the fucking Halo ring in space.
That's so cool.
I'm like, oh, all right, yeah, Treasure Planet.
Was that Bryce Dallas Howard?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. That was like her best episode because that was a great episode. But I remember it was like this episode. It was either the episode after that or the episode before that where like Boba Fett had like 0 speaking lines. Like he goes like 2 episodes without even speaking a word.
Yeah, it's that one and the next one for sure. And then we get the finale.
I forget what's the next one of Mandalorian and Grogu.
It's the Luke one.
That's a Luke episode? Oh wow.
After the one where Mando gets that was episode 5, the one we watched with Mando. Episode 6 is gonna get into the getting Grogu back, or Grogu's gonna come back, and then we get the finale.
That's all in Book of Boba Fett.
It is, yeah. It was especially crazy as we had just finished the season 2 finale Mando, and then it was gonna autoplay season 3, and I was like, no.
Yeah. How dare you?
Missed so much.
That's so funny. I still wonder how successful that movie's going to be at the box office. For Project Hail Mary, like an original, semi-original, it's based off of a book. But for Project Hail Mary to be like 80 million opening weekend, that's right alongside, I think, isn't that more than what Captain America did last year? I forget what Captain America made.
Probably. It definitely underperformed. I also didn't realize how I still need to see it, but I didn't realize Project Hail Mary was so long.
How long is it? I didn't even check.
It's like 2:38.
Oh wow! You definitely feel its length.
It's okay.
You definitely feel its length a little bit. Brave New World was 88 million. By the way. Anyways, I think Mando Grogu is going to be between 80 and 100. I don't think it's going to crack 100 still, but it's getting bigger pops when I watch the movie, watch the trailer. So I don't know. I think it could be a nice family adventure in May. You never know.
It is a better trailer than the new one we got, and I'm happy that there's multiple scenes with helmetless Din, which is all I asked for.
We all figured it's like, but I think we figured about. I'm like, there's no way to go to a theatrical movie and still don't release the helmet. Like, come on.
No,
you want to sell? Hey, this is a Pedro Pascal. Not that Pedro Pascal is like a big leading man in terms of like box office yet. He hasn't really shown that. He doesn't really bring in the big bucks yet, but he's a popular name. So it's kind of like Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling, like this was a great perfect storm for him, but like you could look at Fall Guy that bombed, a Nice Guy bombed, Blade Runner bombed. It's like, not a great legacy for him, but maybe this is a turnaround for him. Also, Nathan, we haven't talked since the Oscars. I know you couldn't watch part 2. What?
Pre-Oscars, yeah. Yeah, I didn't make it to the day 2 showcase.
Yeah. So, what'd you think of the Oscar results, real quick?
Pretty good. 3-time Oscar winner Frankenstein. Happy about that.
Your favorite movie of the year? Yes. Yeah.
2-time Oscar winner K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes. The other part of me that was like, is there any world where I lied to you could beat Gordon, but it never materialized. Gordon's just unbeatable for sure. But yeah, I'm happy for K-pop too. Just a Korean musical film on streaming being the biggest movie, one of the biggest movies of the year, and winning 2 Oscars is really, really remarkable. Love that for them. Sinner, Michael B. Jordan winning for Sinners is so euphoric. I was screaming. I was so happy. So happy for Michael. The haters are gonna hate. And I always say this, like, he wasn't my favorite performance of the year. Like, objectively, Timothy Chalamet is the best. Like, like I get it. Like, Timothy Chalamet for me had a better performance, but like I loved Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and he kind of carried the role of Sinners, the movie of Sinners, over the hump, right? Like if Sinners couldn't win Best Picture because one battle after another was too powerful, I like that Sinners was able to win for Ryan and Michael, like two spearheads of this huge original horror supernatural thriller with jaw-dropping music and score. Like I'm so happy that all the participants in that won: Ludwig, Ryan, and Michael B. Jordan. So I was very happy. And Autumn Durald for cinematography, first woman to win that award, and it's a Black woman. Very, very remarkable. Love that win. I was expecting One Battle to win that award, but for Autumn to win that was really, really, really special too. So great Oscar ceremony, and I like the bits with one of Blinko's name, Conan. Yeah, I like the bits all the way around. So I had a great time. People were like, "Oh, he was a bit hit and miss for me," but I really liked his comedy, and it looks like he watched all the movies. Like they were all very funny.
I actually feel like he cares.
Exactly. That's all we really want. So yeah, that's a little bit of Oscars shit going on. I can't wait for 2026. Project Hail Mary could be our first. 1 of 10. You never know. I think it is. Usually movies that high grossing, 4-quadrant kind of blockbusters that is highly regarded like the best movie in the first 4 months of the year usually gets its way into the Oscars. We'll see what Michael can do in April, but I think Project Hail Mary is a good one. If you have not seen it, I really recommend it. It's a favorite movie of the year so far. Favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, I'm definitely planning. If I can get a good triple feature going, I want to go see Project Hail Mary, Ready or Not 2, and I want to go check out what's it called, that other horror film about sound.
Undertone, yeah. I saw that too. I really liked it. That'd be. I would love to hear your thoughts on it.
Yeah. Also, I didn't get a chance to, like I said, go to the day 2 of the Best Picture showcase. But in the factor of that, we had already reviewed and discussed Sinners and Begonia and some other podcasts we did. I still haven't seen Sentimental Value in Bombardier Supreme yet, but I was able to catch F1 on a really cool sound system the other day. It's fun, man. It's a fun
movie. Fun movie. I would defend F1. People didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's a basic movie, but it executes its basic aspects very well. Like it doesn't try to do more than that. And the story is very heartwarming. Good. Rise and fall and rise again type of story.
Yeah. It's like maximum popcorn entertainment.
Exactly. And the sound work in that movie is pretty damn good.
Got the Oscar.
So it did get the Oscar.
One-time Oscar F1.
Exactly. So yeah, that's where we've been. Any comments? I haven't checked the live.
Derby did mention CineCon's coming up in a month. A lot of news should be coming.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, Avengers Doomsday trailer next month." Like, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to show Doomsday at CinemaCon because, of course, they are. But are they going to show it to us, the people, in April too? That hardly happens. Where they're like, "Hey, we're showing it to these random theater executives and the press, so we're also showing it to everybody else in the world." No, but having said that, Dune comes out in December. Already has his first teaser trailer, 2.5 minutes.
We did get 4 Avengers teasers.
We did, exactly. People forget that. Like, we got 4 Avengers teasers already. So I think they can wait till like April, May, no doubt. We're getting something by May. But like, are we getting something in April? Yeah. I don't know. But we are getting, people forget, I think it was our last episode. We talked about, I'm forgetting his name now, Tamazaki, the director of Godzilla Minus Zero. He's making his first visit to CinemaCon as well. What?
Can you say the name again? They cut off him.
Oh, I think it was like Tamazaki. I forget his name. But the director of Minus Zero is making his way to CinemaCon.
Takashi Miyazaki.
Yeah, and I think we could get something there for everybody to see because he posted it on Twitter like, "Hey, I got a special thing coming, but you never know.
Mm.
You never know.
Yeah, maybe. Though I feel like every time there's anything marketing from Japan playing in America, I feel like it's only like a month early before the release.
Exactly. Yeah, you never really know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
In regards to Avengers, I kind of like most anticipate the next trailer to play for Spider-Man. I mean, you could like curveball and play something in front of Star Wars, but I don't know.
I think Star Wars makes more sense. Which is why I think May no doubt will get something, but like they could like again, hey, April, here it is. But I think May for sure. I think it makes more sense to show it in front of Mando than a Sony movie. Granted that Sony is a Sony Marvel movie, so yeah. But like I think you play it in front of Mando and then just play that Mando trailer or whatever they show us in May, just play that in July or whatever. Play that all summer long.
Sure, yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, May for sure. But yeah, this is Avengers. They don't got to sell us too much on it. You know, it's already going to be big.
It is.
So yeah, but let's move on to speaking of Spider-Man. It's been 2 weeks. Last week a trailer dropped, and it's time we fucking talk about it.
It's
Nathan.
It's not leaked in 144.
This trailer it's slightly different from what we saw in the leaked version, right?
Yeah.
There's a couple of new things. There's a couple of similar stuff, like some of similar shots that we saw, like the montage shots are here. But blanket thoughts, Nathan. What'd you think of the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer?
Thrilling. Truly. Visually dynamic comparatively to what we've gotten thus far, which I appreciate, but also just being able to see Tom finally like swinging through giant skyscrapers of New York is so fulfilling. It feels like something that we've been waiting so long to see, and we gotten like small quick snippets, but it really feels like we're going to be like fully New York City as a whole is going to be the center playground of the whole narrative, which is great.
Yeah, I'm excited. Like instantly, the look of it looks really nice. It looks really different. It's really already just visually separating itself from what we got in No Way Home and basically the whole trilogy in general. And yeah, there's a lot of cool, like great cinematic shots. Peter Parker going down, you see the eye shot under the mask, brilliant stuff there. And yeah, like you said, just him swinging across New York just looks really, really cool. And most of all, the thing that really works for me in this trailer, even aside from the action, because there's not a lot of action in this trailer. We see the Punisher kick, the slow-mo shot at the end, and of course the stuff with the hand with the like freeze frame catching a sword, which is really, really cool. But the biggest part for me that impressed me is the emotional character work from this trailer. Seeing a lot of the where has he been since No Way Home, that cornerstone being like the cornerstone for the movie, it really, really impressed me. Like, okay, we know we're in for some great action in Spider-Man movie, but like, what is Peter's mindset? What is his attitude like? And this felt very like mature, lonely, sad. Like I was really vibing with his entire just general characterization in this trailer. It looks really, really nice. Reading the letter that he couldn't read to MJ, like it looks really, really cool. And yeah, this movie is going to be a huge hit, and it looks really, really, really cool. A lot of stuff to dig into here. But my first big question, Nathan, is the surprising element is Peter's metamorphosis, his change, which is getting spoken to us by a Keith David. So that's crazy. I know, right? Stuckman's own Keith David.
Yeah. Agent Cody Banks' own.
Wow. Deep cut. I love me some Agent Cody Banks, baby. But yeah, so two things. First of all, I just brought it up. Who do you think Keith David is playing? Second of all, I mean, is it Kirk Connors? Second of all, what do we think is happening with Peter? How are they going to execute this in the movie itself? What is really going on here? So yeah, two questions for a spider nerd like yourself.
Well, in regards to who Keith David could be playing, there's a rumor that the character, the Jackal, is supposed to be featured in this film, and if he's playing that character, that could be interesting. I'm not as deeply familiar with the Jackal as a lot of people. It's not exactly like a Green Goblin, but it's similar like look. It would depend, but whatever he's key to play, even if he's just like a random like exposition scientist, I'm also in because Keith David can do no wrong to me. But honestly, if he could have like more of a supporting role, then obviously I would love that.
Exactly. I don't see him being like, I don't know what the Jackal is, but if it's anything like a big antagonist, I don't see Keith David being that kind of. He's not doing any action scenes. I'll just say that.
Anything's possible with visual effects.
Nah. Like it's Keith David. I think he'll play like a scientist kind of character, a psychological. It could be his therapist, right? Like if Peter's going to therapy for what's going on.
Can't afford therapy. But he could with today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Now, if you're feeling bad, just kidding.
Nice. He could be BetterHelp. No. I don't know, but I don't see him doing any big action scenes. Just we would have heard about that. But a surprise drop in a movie trailer, it begs me to believe that is something minor in the movie. I'm just thinking scientist number A or whatever, scientist number 1, something like that he asked for help with. But yeah, what do we think is going on with Peter? What kind of metamorphosis is happening here?
Puberty.
Okay. Just chalk it up to puberty. Okay.
Yeah.
Simple
as
that.
He's a late bloomer.
College, and he's just now having puberty. That's insane.
Yeah. No, I think it could be a legit element of a internal latent mutation taking place that is probably triggered by extreme levels of stress that Peter is recently undergoing with all of the amount of loss and overworking time of him being Spider-Man without having the personal recognition to himself. I think that will be the causality, especially in regards to the term mutation, because I think there's going to be a big involvement of that exploration within the narrative, given potential character featured and the overall involvement of the DODC, who have been very interested in recent mutant level individuals of late in the installments.
Well, they're going to connect Peter's mutation with actual mutants. Is what you're saying?
Kind of, yeah. Not like Peter himself is not a mutant, but he is mutating externally from the long terms of the spider bite.
Yeah, I definitely think this is an emotional thing, but I don't think it's going as far as most people think. I don't think this is symbiote related at all, and I don't think this is him from the classic Spider-Man animated series. I don't think he's going to be turning into like Man Spider. He's not growing 4 arms or 6 arms. No.
Well, that would look so cool.
Would it though?
Yeah. I'm a sick freak who likes mad science.
You and I say you and no one else. But yeah, you and
you fuck.
I see a lot of people having fun with that. But yeah, I don't see him turning into Man Spider, and I don't think he's going to be like using organic webs from now on, right? Like
not from now on. I think he'll overcome this mutation, and then he'll go back to his normal self.
Yes, but I think overall, I think what this is doing, like he's going to have, like you said, probably a short burst of. I've seen in the trailer, a short burst of like a mutation where there's literal webs. He's in like a webbed cocoon or whatever. But but I don't think he's going to turn into like Toby's Spider-Man from now on. But like if in the trailer, it does talk about like enhanced vision, enhanced strength, enhanced agility, and like enhanced senses. Like he can see, he can, yeah. Like he can sense more. He has strength, speed, whatever. I think agility. That stuff is going to continue on as he grows older to make him a more powerful Spider-Man. Yeah. But I don't think, and it might even help him out because he might be getting his ass kicked by like a scorpion or whatever. And then he gets his powers, and then he's able to fight Scorpion, fight the Hand, fight stuff like this. So we'll see. But yeah, I am so fascinated because we see his eyes go from like black to red as well a little bit, or red to black. I don't know, but like his eye colors changes. I'm just so fascinated by like that shot when he's in like this facility with his mask off, fighting like the Hand, and I'm like, what is happening here? Like, what's going on? And do you have any ideas what could possibly be going on in that scene? Like, people have unmasked him. Like, what's really going on here? This Act 3 type shit?
Maybe. I wasn't even thinking about the fact that he's unmasked in that moment. But yeah, it is interesting. I don't exactly know. I'd have some theories of who could be running the Hand in this movie, based off of some comments from some Scoop Element stuff that Alex at Cosmic Circus was sharing around. But in regards to that facility, I don't know the exact specifics. It could be an like overarching connective thread that an interest between the Hand and the DODC within their own compound has a vetted interest that is intersecting. That could be coming to a head, and Spidey's caught in the middle of.
That'll be interesting, like corrupt Hand, and this is where we get into like, remember in Wanda's show, WandaVision. Like S.H.I.E.L.D. was corrupt post Avengers Endgame, or that wasn't even S.H.I.E.L.D. That was S.W.O.R.D., right?
S.W.O.R.D. Yep.
And I'm like, is it too early to do like corrupt S.W.O.R.D.? Can they use S.W.O.R.D. moving forward? And they kind of did a little bit, but we haven't really seen what they're up to. S.W.O.R.D.'s kind of like DOA in the MCU for a little bit.
The Marvels did in space, but otherwise.
Yeah, like that's kind of it. And then the Marvels flopped, so it's like, are we going to use S.W.O.R.D. still? But now we're using damage control, which we saw in, No Way Home, Wonder Man. Now we're seeing it again in Spider-Man. So I think damage control can be our thing. Miss Marvel as well. Yeah. So like, is it too soon to do corrupt damage control shit where it's like, okay, do we just, I think they want to keep damage control as like a established, established, justified entity, even though they might be after our heroes. So it might be too early to do like a corrupt, like, hey, we're working with a Hand. I don't know.
No, I don't think they're working together at all. I think this is probably going to come down to the Sadie Sink of it all. If she is in fact playing Jean, because narratively, I think it works with the motives of everybody. Mainly because it was recently revealed that the character that Tremel Tillman's playing, the head of the DODC, is named Bill. And it's theorized he's playing a character named William. I'm blanking on the last name, but in the comics, he's a big
William Stryker.
Not William Stryker, different William. He's like a TV personality William, who's very against mutants in the X-Men and whatnot, and like rallies the cause against them. I'm sure it'll be like shaped differently to mold within like this head of the organized department like the DODC, and Marvel does it a lot. They'll take like a whatever, like a very small appearance character name and whatnot, and then they'll beef it into whatever the narrative's necessary.
Exactly. Yeah.
But in regards to, in like the final shot of the trailer before the title with like the group jumping, the Hand jumping over Spidey.
Yeah.
There is a specific member of the Hand who isn't like hooded. It's a woman. And it's theorized that this could be the character Spider Queen, who has a Sorry, let me read my thing here. It could like if of like greater things happening. She has a level of telekinetic ability that we see in the trailer of like there's like somebody that's like body hopping in one scene in the
I figured that was
facility.
Jean Grey, wouldn't it be?
I think the narrative is going to point that Jean is framed for the instances of it and is being hunted by the DODC, and maybe this character who is also
This random
telepath
character?
random until you like build a narrative and develop them in the film.
True, I guess so.
Maybe they could also want to use Jean's abilities because they know it's more powerful because she's like dormant phoenix and whatnot. They're not gonna get all that, but
Please don't.
it would no, they won't. But it's like that would be the cross section of like the hand wants Jean, the DODC wants Jean because she's framed, and this Spider Queen character also goes into the ideas of like the like narratively in comics into Peter's biological transformations as well, as aggressive as they can get. So narratively, that character fits into these ideals, and I imagine it won't be Jean, but it'll be this character as well who is messing with people's minds. That will also lead to Hulk's rampage when that appears in the film's narrative as well.
Yeah, because it is interesting that people think like, oh, Jean Grey is the reason why Hulk goes crazy. But I'm like, and this is my big worry for this movie. It is the character of Jean Grey. If it is really Jean Grey, how big of a character are we actually going to make her be? Hopefully not too major of a character. But you get Sadie Sink, you know, you want her to have like some spots to shine. And we do see her possibly hooded in the trailer. But like, I don't want her to be a major. I don't want Jean Grey to be a major figure in this movie. And if she is, it's like, why would she antagonize the Hulk like that to make him go crazy, to make him like possibly kill people? I'm excited to see Hulk smash stuff again. It's been too long. It has been too long. I don't know why they decided to ruin Hulk for the MCU. But
ruin like hindsight, yeah, I see what you're saying, but I also I see where they were going narratively arcing, but like that narrative might have only worked if you stopped using Hulk, but we aren't.
Yeah.
That's why they're like, okay, let's put the genie back in the bottle and make it a thing. Because even I respect the continuity. Like even in this trailer, Bruce is still wearing his counterwatch that's keeping the Hulk at bay that was introduced at the end of Shang-Chi's post-credits and was also continued in She-Hulk.
She-Hulk, the show that we reviewed and we talked about that nobody else watched. You know, if anything, watch it for Daredevil's Walk of Shame. That was hilarious.
It's good. Jen's good. Good characterization. It's fun.
Solid, fun show. Yeah, I didn't think too much about it, but
I mean, yeah, always like that's the thing in like making a solo film because they don't know.
Universal is like the issue with making the solo film. It's all on Kevin Feige and the MCU in terms of like how they characterize the Hulk, though. That's just plain old story and narrative. But yeah, so I am just worried how much Sadie Sink and Jean Grey is possibly going to be in this movie. How it's going to factor into. Her being in this movie has nothing to do with Secret Wars.
She's cast.
She can just pop up in Secret Wars. You just have to be in this movie. But what makes her
so? Well, it doesn't look like Tom's in Doomsday either. So.
No. So I'm just curious. I'm like, why her? We're doing like on the run Jean Grey. How is that going to factor into like post Secret Wars MCU where the rest of the X-Men are going to appear? Why do you need her to appear here? And not just wait 2 years until post Secret Wars to do your real X-Men. Like, what is the narrative importance of getting Jean Grey here pre Secret Wars changing everything?
Well, I can see the interesting aspect of the greater universe narrative of like, you know, slowly like dropping in this individual's a mutant here and here, and the DODC finding this to be like, oh, unregistered individuals with immense levels of power that can be labeled dangerous, and like that being like the slow trying to. I mean, we even saw in Wonder Man season 1 that one of the factors of the TODC's new facility is like, oh, we got to meet that quota to fill the cells, and it's like that's horrible,
right? Like yikes.
Horrible and real. And would totally be applied to something like mutants that we'd see in so many X-Men narratives. But I think it creates an interesting tee-up of like having the perjury of mutants established before there's greater knowledge of the vast populace of them, and before there's a facility like Charles' school that can protect them in any way.
Okay. But yeah, I like the idea that she could possibly be framed. The whole Spider-Woman angle has me a little bit like, I don't know. But I do like the idea that Jean Grey is, because when I watched from this trailer, it looked like she's possibly using this old woman that she possibly mind controlled to like stage some chaos so that she can then escape. If she is already like kidnapped, which I assume she's like gets kidnapped by the DOD, and then she just tries to find her way out. Maybe that's how she meets Peter. But like she doesn't seem like an anarchist though, right? Like, or maybe she does. I don't know. I never read this version of Jean Grey. But like she doesn't seem the kind of anarchist to be like antagonizing the Punisher, antagonizing all these things. Like, what's really going to be happening here with Jean Grey? But I trust Destin to like nail all these weird components between mutants and Jean Grey, Punisher, Hulk Rampage, along with the underbelly of the Spider-Man underworld, because we know we're getting Tombstone. There's Scorpion in this movie. So like, how is he going to mend all this? Along with, of course, the center, which I have faith that he'll nail the emotional centerpiece of Peter misses his friends. He's going through a lot of changes. That part is relatively simple. I just wonder how he's going to execute it all. There's a lot of components in this movie. But I have faith.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, Draven. That is everybody's hopes and dreams. They don't go straight to Phoenix. And I think it is, right? Yeah. I think Wonder Man is confirmed to be a mutant. That was Draven's question there. But I think Wonder Man's a mutant. We'll talk about season 2 in a second here. But I'm really looking forward to Brand New Day. I liked everything that I saw from this trailer. Also somebody who was like wary of Ned and MJ coming back so soon in this movie. I thought we'll have like at least a 1 movie break from Ned and MJ. But early on in production, we heard that they're coming back, so we had time to get used to it. And then finally getting this trailer, I like what I see from them. They seem to be having. I wouldn't be surprised if every scene we see from them is in this trailer. In like of course, it's going to be extended. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, hey, there's an apartment shot, a solo shot between MJ and Spider-Man. Also, speaking about them, it looks like they're already trying to figure out who Spider-Man is. Did you see that, like on the walls? They're like all these photos of Spider-Man around the walls.
I didn't see that. Was that in their apartment? Because also Peter gets an apartment across the hall from them.
No, yeah, it's not Peter's apartment. It looks like it's going on during the party. Like they have all this. It's in the last scene where he's like, "Friendly neighborhood." But like in that scene, there's like a lot of Spider-Man stuff, and because they remember Spider-Man, like it could be the fact of like we know MJ was smart enough to figure out Peter was like Spider-Man in the movies. It could be her like not breaking through the spell, but like trying to piece it together. And just that one night shot between MJ and Spider-Man, I'm just like, that looks juicy as hell. I can't wait to see what happens there. I love me some good angst.
I absolutely need it. I would love if MJ ends up finding out again on her own. But even if she does, that doesn't mean she remembers all the stuff with Peter. I am like hopeful the memories will come back in when they talk. But yeah, I think we have gotten. They're doing a good job with the emotional through line. Not only have we like sat with that ending of No Way Home for 4+ years, but Peter's really going to be going through the ringer of dealing with that for most of the narrative of the film. which I'm very excited by. Also, Alex did confirm that Bruce Banner is working at Empire State University, where Peter goes to college. I think that's cool.
Okay, great. Okay, his friends went to MIT, right? His friends went to MIT.
Yeah, which is down in Boston, so they must be. I don't know if. Do you think they're doing like years time jump where they're done at MIT, and that's why they have an apartment in the city?
Oh wow! Like it's legit 2025 over there now, or something like that.
Maybe, which would be like horrifically sad that Peter is still missing them for so long, and
I don't think so. I think I'm more so on your first line. It might be on break. I don't know why Empire State's not on break, but MIT is on break. I don't understand. It'll make sense.
MIT, yeah, I also remember MIT is supposed to be like villainous in some aspect. They could be like launching like some type of extra credit division or something in town for New York, like at ESU, and it's just like an extension program so that people get stationed there. Could be a thing like that.
Probably. And the whole MIT villainous rumor, it sounds so vague to me. There's probably just one scientist at MIT that is bad. Probably just one person who's doing some sus thing.
Let the record show, I never assumed that the entire school is plotting is the new Hydra or something. Like it's just somebody in MIT with pull.
It could be the Keith David character, who's like is some kind of scientist at MIT, or is kind of hired up at MIT. I don't know. Are we missing anything? Yeah. Just in general though, do you think his friends break the spell by the end of this movie? Like, how do you think they handle that by the end of this movie? What are your early thoughts?
I think at the very least, somebody like raises an eyebrow and realization like right before the credit drop. That is the like minimum. Like somebody's piecing together something by the final seconds. Otherwise, yeah, I think they will. I think they will around like the climax of the actual film, and then they may be able to like come in and help in some way, like press a button that's necessary or whatever.
If Destin has any sauce whatsoever, he does. I don't want them to like help Peter out at all in this movie, but they could pull my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies ever, Your Name. They could do like, at the very end of the movie, like after they go through some kind of not ordeal or whatever, but just like we see in the trailer, Spider-Man's going to have some scenes, and Peter is going to have some scenes with MJ and Ned. Maybe through those scenes they think about something or whatever. But at the end of the movie, if they're like walking past, and then he doesn't say anything because he's like, okay, obviously she doesn't remember me, but she turns around and says, "Peter?" ? And then or something. Okay. I don't know. But like just by the end of the movie, he says like one line, like either, "Hey, Peter," or "Did we have something in the past?" Like something like that, and then credits. I think that would be perfect. Like, hey, like I know you, credits. Like, and then it's like, oh, that's so like romantic. Like so leave it on like a romantic Guardians 3 kind of ending, but not as tragic. Like the reverse of the Guardians 3 ending. Where it's like, hey, we got something special, and it's like, oh, I still don't remember. But like, hey, that was it. Like, hey, I get it. You don't remember me anymore. And then she's like, wait a second, I do. And then they hug, or at least she recollects, and then credits. Like, leave it subtle, leave it in the ether. Like that could work for me. Because I don't want them like in the third act. Hey, Peter, remember already. Let me help you against these ninjas. Like, save that for Spider-Man 5. You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
So that's about it.
Punisher looks cool.
Yeah. How much do you think Punisher's going to be in this movie?
Well, I think he's gonna make a fair bit of screen time, and he has at the very least like another night scene where they'll encounter stuff again. He also had another scene in the leaked trailer that was a different cut where they're like arguing in like a broken down warehouse. So Feels like there's at least 3 scenes that Frank's going to be a part. I think he's a genuine like supporting role in it.
Okay, that's exciting. I want Frank to be, because if he's not going to be in Daredevil season 2 at all, I'm cool with him being in at least 3 to a couple of different scenes in Brand New Day. I'm cool with that. Yeah. And if we don't get any Daredevil, which is still so shocking to me, we get all this Punisher, no Daredevil, but whatever, we'll deal with it. Black Cat, but Black Cat, I think Black Cat is an inevitability in this new college trilogy. Like, I would pencil her in for sure for Spider-Man 5. I would.
Possible.
Like, I think I don't want Hulk versus Man Spider.
I don't think that'll happen, but I think you'll get Spider-Man versus Hulk.
Yeah, that could be fun. But I don't want Hulk. I want Hulk to go on a rampage, but I don't want him to like kill anybody. Like it's kind of like either or. Because if he starts killing people, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. But do we have time to deal with that in a Spider-Man movie or even in an Avengers movie? I don't know. But I do want him to go on a rampage too. So it's like I don't know.
He might kill somebody. I think we saw a report that he might get there. And that'll be big turnaround. But yeah, I'm excited for that. There's also we're having another No Way Home situation where Spider-Man's jumping solo against an army of villains with a lot of empty space. And was anybody removed in that space? Is the Lizard's face getting kicked in the Brazilian trailer? We don't know for sure.
Who do you think is in the empty space? Just
Hulk.
Why is the Hand fighting Hulk? Are they idiots? Like, why is Hulk like in a hero shot against random humans? Like, those guys are getting smashed. Like, why?
Maybe they're like supernatural. The Hand is supernatural in some aspects.
Yeah. Supernatural gets a tank, Hulk. Like, like, what do you hope to do here? Like, there's nothing.
Maybe they're fucking undead. I don't know.
Like, it would make more sense if it's like Daredevil and Punisher. That I could get, but like Hulk, like that's what I'm saying, Draven. It's like, what's the issue there? Like, Hulk doesn't need a hero shot.
Could be Jean.
It could be Jean. That would make more sense.
I just feel like there's like definitely going to be visuals of Spider-Man like jumping off of like Hulk's back, or looks often like drawn and stuff.
Okay, last question, then we'll move on from this trailer. Do you think they showcase Rampaging Hulk in any of the upcoming trailers before the movie comes out?
Yeah, I think not like to like a great extent that you're going to see so much happening, but I think you're going to get at least like a couple of like Hulk going crazy down the street shots, because you want to get people hyped of like, oh shit, not only is Hulk in a Spider-Man movie, but like he's unhinged, which we've wanted to see for a long time, since like 2015. Yeah, I think they're absolutely going to market that. Granted, Sony might go crazy because they always go crazy with showing too much, so anything's possible. But yeah, I think they're definitely going to show for sure.
I think they did pretty well for the No Way Home trailers and TV spots.
No, yeah, they're restrained. They didn't even like market Tobey and Andrew at all until like I think weeks into the release.
Yeah, I think it was like the weekend afterwards they did the hero shot. I remember that. Like, okay, they're here. Okay, cool. But it made $270 million, so it's like everybody saw the movie anyways.
Now see it again 10 times.
Right. But yeah, great trailer, and we'll probably get the second trailer here in May, June. We'll see. Think they're going to show up in Born Again?
Maybe season 3.
Yeah, maybe season 3. Speaking of Daredevil, they seem to be hinting at, or the online people seem to be hinting at more Iron Fist and Luke Cage maybe in season 3.
Yeah.
Maybe even Elektra.
Yeah, Alex is teasing all 3 of those. And there's supposed to be a big character reveal moment at the end of the season of Daredevil.
Oh, that's exciting. I can't wait to see what that is. But yeah, I think Daredevil. I think Luke Cage and just Luke Cage alone. He's my guy. He's my goat. Like, okay, like I would love Luke Cage to show up in Born Again season 3. People love Mike Coulter. He's around in the business. He's still doing Comic Cons for people.
He's running cons on people.
Yeah, he's not conning people.
Con artist Mike Coulter. Mike Con.
Mike Coulter, if you need something, just ask, brother. Just ask. Hopefully you're done better than ever because they were sucked. I never hated. I mean, watching Daredevil season 2, I didn't come out of it being like, fuck those ninjas, but like they were whatever characters to me watching it. I was more so like, I'm here for Elektra. Like I wasn't really I wasn't vibing for or against the ninjas. Like
they were more so they were functioning as a narrative drive of Stick and Elektra pulling Matt in different directions. The more so like in the greater scheme fulfills Matt's story as opposed to being like the greater like, oh shit, we and it's also the reason like the Defenders end up coming together and they end up defeating the Hand in the Defenders, and that's why they're not in season 3 of Daredevil.
Sigourney Weaver. But yeah, like I never really cared about the ninja. I thought the pacing was a little bit hit and miss, but I was always there for Elektra. But yeah, like they're not as comic booky as I wanted them to. I don't know either.
Elektra's Black Sky, isn't she?
Is that it? They're just reviving somebody?
I believe so. But then she went under again, so presumed dead. But if she's set to return again, then Black Sky lives.
I think they're gonna X-nail the Black Sky. To say, hey, you're back. Cool. Welcome back. Cool.
So you got a problem with Black Sky, is what you're saying?
I like my skies pretty white, so yeah.
The tracks. Yeah, fuck.
But yeah, I think Elektra coming back is always a plus. I love her as a character. And Luke Cage, Danny, second chances. Are we doing second chances to Finn? What's his name?
Wolfhard.
Finn Jones is the character. What's the actor's name? I don't even know his name.
Finn Jones is the actor. Danny Rand is the character.
Danny Rand. I'm stupid. Okay.
Of the Rand Corporation. He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
You think he'd be more like involved in the
narrative
of New York?
Is Rand like? I would like it if Rand is just like a shady corporation now and he needs to like make his way up.
No, that's Roxxon, maybe, which is still around and addressed even as recently as Wonder Man. But no, he has like recently been posting. He's getting like into serious shape around the same time. So is actress for Elektra also recently posted something getting into shape, and I'm like, okay, yeah, it's all.
You think they go to the same gym? And it's like, hey, you do your tweet over there. I do my tweet over here, and then it's just like, let's just see that.
One of the guys I follow, he's in California, and he's like, Sebastian Stan goes to my gym, and I never want to bother him.
I wouldn't either. If I knew somebody, I'm like, okay, cool. Just being in your presence is cool enough. I'll tweet about it. I'm not going to say hi to you when you're lifting weights or doing pull-ups. I'm not that weird. Yeah. If Emma Stone came in my gym, though, I might have to make my decision. Draven, why are you so weird? Like your sky is blue. That's so weird. So weird.
Evan doesn't like the Na'vi. He's pro-Earth.
I'm pro-Earth. Mr. Quaritch. That's his name? Quaritch?
Yeah, Miles Quaritch.
What was I going to say, though? But yeah, it'll rock. He answered a fan question like, hey, would you want like Jessica and Luke to get together in the MCU, like have your kid or whatever, or something like that? Like that could happen. Like they had some great chemistry in the TV, in the Netflix side of things.
Totally.
But yeah, besides that, though, the big news was that Wonder Man season 2 is a go, which is really, 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 really surprising. I say it's surprising because we've gone, the only MCU shows to get a sequel is Born Again, which Daredevil seems like an outlier because like It went through so many troubles, and it's Daredevil, so it seems kind of like no duh that's going to get multiple sequels. But like all the other ones were billed as like mini series. We were so happy for Loki was the only one where Loki like ended on a cliffhanger. So we're like, okay, Loki season 2 seems inevitable. But people have been asking like
finale,
yeah, right. So like people have been asking though for like an Agatha sequel, a Moon Knight sequel, Miss Marvel sequel, Falcon Winter Soldier sequel, Hawkeye sequel. They still talk about Hawkeye. I understand Moon Knight, but like Ironheart. People have been asking for sequels for a lot of these shows that are billed as miniseries, and Wonder Man, which was pretty much a strong miniseries over and done kind of thing, it comes out as a binge model. So we're like, really, they're just throwing this shit away. They're just throwing it away, whatever.
Yeah.
But it gets like the highest praise of any Marvel show, and it gets a sequel 2 months later. Phenomenal. So happy. My boy Ben Kingsley, Yaya, back together again. Let's do it. What movie are they making this time? Like, let's go. Let's do a whole new movie. Let's do a whole new thing here. Like, there's so many fucking possibilities to do here, to mine here. I'm so happy for Destin and his entire crew. I forget who was the like showrunner. I think Destin was maybe the showrunner, but I thought it was like an Andrew something. Somebody co-created it with him. But either way, Destin, Creighton, the entire crew. Like, I'm just glad this is getting some traction, and we're getting more stories in the MCU with these two people. Again, I can't get over how phenomenal of a show Wonder Man is. It's still probably like my now like second or third favorite show of the year right now. I'm loving The Pit, and The Pit and The Night of Seven Kingdoms are up there, but Wonder Man might be like, right top 3. So it's a great show. And it's such a surprise, and I'm just so glad.
I'm so glad. It gives me hope for other Marvel shows, man. It's like I was like, oh man, everything really is just one and done these days until we like reset. But this is great. I'm hoping it just boosts popularity for Simon and his future involvement in the universe. Could he pop up in Avengers? Anything's possible. Anything's possible.
No, we need to stop this line. Anything's possible. No, it's not.
Anything's possible. Anything. We just had every era of Spider-Man together. Anything's possible. We're bringing the X-Men back into the Avengers movie. The first before the actual big Secret Wars one. Anything's possible.
I get it.
We'll be back as Ghost Rider. I assure you, anything's possible.
Is he coming back?
Probably. You don't know. Secret Wars, everything.
Anything's possible. Did they do a CGI Nicolas Cage like in The Flash?
Tom Hardy's still involved with Venom. Anything's possible.
Oh God.
Bonesaw is ready. Bring back.
No, Bonesaw will return in Avengers Endgame. But yeah, stop it. I am excited.
3 hours.
The entire first trailer of Avengers Endgame or Avengers Doomsday is just narrated by Bonesaw. Please.
If I had a nickel for every time people suggested a funny side character who just has a hilarious monologue to just narrate something.
Yes. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do here with them.
Wesley Snipes came back. Anything is possible.
Stop it.
That's Electra came back. Anything's possible.
I'm about to get a cramp.
X-23 is fully realized. Anything's possible.
I still need her to come back post Secret Wars. Put her back in the drawing board, Kevin. Come on, she better be in the X-Men lineup.
Channing Tatum is getting multiple appearances as Gambit. Literally anything is possible.
That's true. Like I need Jack Schreier, the director of Thunderbolts and the upcoming X-Men, tweet about Daphne Keane and X-23. Put her in the official lineup. Put her in the lineup. You don't need a Logan. You have X-23. That would be amazing, Draven. I would watch it. They do Chairs Part 2.
X-Men already.
Is that Bonesaw actor still alive? He's doing good, right?
No, he passed in like 2011.
Did he really?
Yeah, it was like heart issues.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
Bonesaw is immortal. His memory will live on.
Oh, damn. Anyway, so yeah, Wonder Man season 2 is happening. I still don't have faith in like other MCU shows getting renewals in this like tricky MCU live action phase where we don't know really what's happening post like. Well, we didn't know what was going to happen post Vision Quest, but like now we know Wonder Man season 2 is coming out. Might not be hard to film either. We could see a late 2027 release for Wonder Man if they get things going. I don't know. But if they're announcing it this year, 2028 at the latest.
It's not like a super heavy VFX show.
Right? Yeah.
So they could turn around pretty good, pretty quick. You could maybe get something, next year, yeah.
If they're announcing it, how far are the scripts? I don't know. I don't know how that stuff works.
The announcement today was scripts.
That is true.
But maybe they are.
Yeah, you never know. But yeah, okay. So that was Wonder Man. Anything else Marvel related? I don't want to miss anything.
I don't know any rumors in the wheelhouse.
Me neither. Real quick, sticking with Marvel. MCU release date changes for 2028. Let me get out my shit here real quick. So coming out in 2028, this is what it was originally for 2028. We had February, May, July, and November. No, we had February, May, November, December, I think. Yeah, it was February, May, November, December. February and November are no more. What remains for the MCU is the May slot and the December slot. The May, July, and December. The May and December part wasn't really talked about because, they were reported on a while ago. But May is still in play. I looked this up. May 2028 is still in play. November 2028 is gone. So right now we just have May, July, and December for 2028. The December one it's kind of iffy. I can see the December one going away. I can see Disney taking away the December MCU one, making it like a Disney movie, and they let like Sony do Spider-Man 5 in 2028 December. That could kind of, if they still want to do every other year like they did for the other trilogy. But either way, my prediction is the May date goes to all new X-Men, and the July date goes to Black Panther 3, and the fall date, whether that be December, that could be Shang-Chi 2, that could be anything, Blade maybe, I don't know. But for May and July, I think.
He'll be back. I always want to make sure it's not me buffing out. We'll see what happens. Hold on. I have personally pitched the idea a couple of times before that I think it would be cool to see an X-Men movie take place around Christmas. And, building that like family narrative in a holiday setting for the X-Men, I think would be great. He's back. Hold up. He's coming in hot.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
He goes. He's back. I hear you loud and clear, sir.
Cool. Yeah, so again, I think the May and July is going to go to X-Men, Black Panther, because they're the only two upcoming MCU movies with the director, and and they're probably far along in scripts and casting. Like for Black Panther, we know Denzel is going to be involved. Ryan Coogler, Oscar winner Ryan Coogler, is going to be involved. Hopefully he gets on Autumn Durald, who was cinematographer for Sinners. I know Mickey Mouse is always out to get me. I made one Bonesaw joke and they're out to get me.
Bonesaw.
But so yeah, May and then May for X-Men is going to be very exciting. Either way, 2028 summer should be very, very exciting. Do you agree with those two MCU Marvel guesses?
Nah, it's clearly gonna be. What bullshit can I pull? It's Ant-Man 4
You lost.
and Thunderbolts 2.
Nice.
No, but I think that definitely sounds right. I was saying as you were get sniped. I was saying I did like the idea, and I said on past streams before, the idea of putting an X-Men film around Christmas time and actually setting the narrative around Christmas to have that like family holiday dynamic within the mansion.
That could work. They could put the X-Men one in December. Ooh. I love that one. Or like a Christmas in July type shit. That could work. That could be very, very fun. I wouldn't really mind that at all. Didn't Iron Man 3 come out in the summer and it's a Christmas movie? So so that could work. They've done that before.
Same with Deadpool.
What?
Deadpool was in Christmas time and it came out in February.
True. So that's very possible as well. But yeah, the only other upcoming MCU movies, there's the Blade rumored bullshit, Shang-Chi 2, which is still rumored. Blade, Shang-Chi, Black Panther, X-Men. I don't know. Scarlet Witch solo movie. People still want that.
Doctor Strange 3.
That could be a thing too. Doctor Strange 3. We haven't heard anything about Doctor Strange in a minute.
Is there a Marvel movie set for next year? Before December?
I think it's just Secret Wars for 2027, right?
Dang, that's wild.
That is pretty wild. I guess it wouldn't feel that long, right? Because in December we'd get Doomsday, and then months later we'll get the trailer for Secret Wars, and then that year we'll get Secret Wars. So it wouldn't feel that long. They're gonna send the hand out. So yeah, we're gonna get Blade before DCU Batman. No, we won't. Moving along from the MCU release date changes. Wait, actually, is there anything for 2029 that I saw in my
I thought there was a 2029 date.
Let me see here. So yeah, they added 2 new 2029 slots for the MCU: May 4th, 2029, and July 2029.
That would be the 21st year of the MCU.
Which makes sense. Like, they're getting May and July in 2027, May and July in 2028. Or sorry, May and July in 2028, and May in 2029. So 2028, 2029, both getting the May and July slots. But my one last question: do we think Spider-Man 5 is going to be 2028 as well? Even with a July release date in 2028?
Maybe. I mean, the previous trilogy, they all came out 2 years apart.
Yeah, so 2028 seems viable.
Totally. My question to you, final question in regards to Marvel and like release dates. And when do you think we will get the next Avengers movie post reset, post Secret Wars?
Oh wow. Secret Wars comes out 2027 for now. 2031. It's 4 years.
Solid. That's solid.
4 years.
Establish up the newer set universe.
Actually, no. We might be done for Avengers for a very long time. If
just did that.
I know. But like, if the next phase is actually going to be full-on mutants, I think the Avengers movie that we usually get for Avengers is just going to be an X-Men event movie where like different pockets of X-Men work together. Instead of having a big Avengers movie, it'll be a big X-Men movie.
I like that.
I think that's the route that they'll go there. That's my guess.
So would that be just like the individual hero properties have mutants featured in them, and then they'll all coalesce into an X-Men film?
Yeah, because we don't know what's going to happen post Secret Wars, but like we're getting the classic X-Men movie in with Jack Schreier. They're obviously going to be like they're going to be like the main Avengers if this was an Avengers style thing. But we're gonna bring in some other X-Men characters. They could bring, if they ever do an X-23 movie, she'll be in the Avengers movie. If they ever bring in some other characters, she'll be in the big X-Men movie. Like, or the X-Men movie could also include just other Avengers too, right? Like, while we'll have other X-Men movies and spin-offs in Phase 6, the big event movie could feature X-Men and Avengers working together towards a common goal. Like, that's where we could see a Black Panther work with Storm, or Black Panther work with like Cyclops, or where Spider-Man work with like Fantastic Four and the X-Men, and they can come together in a big movie against Mr. What negative? I don't know. Not negative, you know what I mean.
Sinister.
Sinister. There we go. That could be a thing. So yeah. That's my thing. Because I think it's just we've had like 7 Avengers movies, so pause.
Yeah.
But wow. What other things do we have here to talk about before Monarch? They could technically have X-Men be their own thing since it's big enough. That too. Yeah, I think the I don't know the phrasing. The field is open in Phase 6, and I always thought like for Phase 6, like we're gonna get Black Panther movie, Blade, whatever. But I think each individual movie is just gonna be a big X-Men spin-off or X-Men thing going on there. It could be fun.
I wonder when we'll get back to the cosmic side of the universe.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too. In other movie news, what are your thoughts on the Dune trailer, Dune Part 3? Now, me and you haven't read the books, so there's not a lot to like theorize on here. It's just like whatever. But this was easily like the trailer. I was watching this at work. Like I have break at 11:40, and I knew that like the trailer was gonna be at 12. So I just stayed in my office working on grades. Clock struck 12. I'm looking over the internet looking for something. They were doing the weird TikTok live stream bullshit. But holy shit, that trailer, Timothy Chalamet, the chanting in this trailer is godly. Watching this in IMAX in front of Project Hail Mary, godly, breathtaking. This trailer is everything I love about trailers. The build-up, the suspense, the emotional beginning with Chani and Paul. I'm like, this is incredible. Rebecca Ferguson, like, the father never started a war. I'm like, come on, let's do this. And I was hesitant because everything I've heard about Messiah, that it's a not unique, but it's like a different, it's more politically driven kind of Dune movie. It's not as action heavy as the original Dune book. But director Denis Villeneuve said like this is going to be more action than even Dune Part 2. And I was like, oh man, I wanted a more like dramatic Dune film. But looking at it in the trailer alone, it looks very action heavy in terms of like all these different pockets of warfare that we're seeing in this movie as he conquers probably tens of thousands of planets. So the scale looks even more engrossing and epic. I'm excited to see Zendaya as Chani again. Paul is back. The poster, we see Florence Pugh as Princess Irulan. I'm probably butchering her name, but she's the princess. She looks stunning in Dune Part 2. In the poster, we see her like chalked up in all this like mud or something. I have no idea. What?
Yeah. Like paint, like cracked paint.
Oh, cracked paint. Yeah, like it could be that, but I have no idea. But it's funny that they showed us that in the poster, and then a day later we watched the trailer, and she just doesn't look like that. She looks pretty normal in the trailer. So I wonder like what really goes on in this movie. Jason Momoa is back too.
Yeah.
And yeah, what were you saying?
I think even like our resident Dune expert, Edgar, in our chat was like, as somebody who's read the book, I don't know why the fuck she looks like that in the poster, but I'm excited to see what Denis is cooking. Like right on.
That's very funny. Yeah. So I think I just have full faith in Denis. Once again, I thought this was going to be a more dramatic kind of movie, but like if the scale is bigger, if they're billing this as a huge, big, epic conclusion, I don't know what's going on. Oh, we also get Robert Pattinson with his weird blonde hair, creepy little fucker role. That's very, very exciting. And yeah, this movie is just it's a huge shot in the arm. This was my most anticipated movie of the year, and it remains so after watching this trailer. Like it's just no contest. I still don't know what I'm going to do in December. I think I told Jalen like we're probably going to watch Dune Part 2 like at the earliest time because these movies would be like 3 p.m. on Thursday, right? Yeah, like it would be some bullshit like that. So whatever movie comes first on like that Thursday, we'll do one in like the early afternoon and then go out to eat and then come back and just watch Avengers or Dune, whichever one it is, at night. And I usually don't do that. Unless I'm going to like a film festival, I don't watch 2 movies in the same day. But December 18th or December 17th,
it's gonna be some
money.
Long ass run times for both of these movies.
Yeah, I think both of them could be like 240 minimum. So
yeah, 253 for Doomsday is my prediction.
That's gonna be crazy, but it's gonna make bank. Endgame was like nearly 3 hours, and they had like every hour filled somehow. So
it is 3 hours 2 minutes.
That's crazy, and it still made $300-something million.
No, it made $2 billion.
That's opening weekend.
Yeah.
That's never gonna happen again. At least for a long time.
Until Secret War.
It still won't happen with Secret Wars.
So said I after Infinity War.
Any of your general thoughts on Dune Part 3?
Shit looks dope. I'm excited. I like it. I know it's gonna look visually gorgeous in IMAX for sure. Enjoy it. But I had gotten such a rush from watching Part 2. It felt such like a grandiose I had specifically described. I was like, this must have been how people felt watching Luke and Vader fight in the throne room when Return of the Jedi came out. When I was watching the throne room fight here for Dune, I was like, God, I'm so captivated on every ounce of frame that is being projected on screen, and this is no different. I think it's going to be a true sprawling epic. I think this be like a great trilogy of experience to watch. Like you get like that slow kickoff of like we're laying the foundations, we're building up all the pillars that are going to be emotionally knocked down through the greater war of this whole narrative.
Yeah, I'm floored by that trailer. I watch it literally I watch it every day since it came out. It's just so much fun to just put on for like 2.5 minutes and move on to the next thing. But yeah, it's going to be in a crazy trailer or a crazy movie. Hopefully, it gets some good awards buzz. I'm awards pilled, but I don't know if any performances are going to be in there for next year. But I am riding hard for Denis one last time. Get that Best Director nomination, please. Somehow, if he goes this entire trilogy without getting a Best Director nomination, baffling. So here's hoping. One last time. Other movie news, right? Other movie news. Michael Sarnowski is heavily rumored, to be directing Alien Romulus 2. If people don't know who Michael Sarnowski is, he made A Quiet Place Day 1, and he directed Pig with Nicolas Cage. Those are his 2 latest, biggest movies. I think he would be a great pick for Alien Romulus 2.
Yeah.
And I know you really liked Day 1, right? A Quiet Place Day 1.
I adore it. I think it was in my top 1 to 3 for most of the year while I was out. I loved it so much. I love the emotional core of it. I think it's like the most I've been emotionally vulnerable seeing Joseph Quinn on screen in a role. I think he did a beautiful job, and Lapidia is amazing in everything. But yeah, I think just like the greater narrative of it all was very well executed, and the framing, because it was like, first time this universe isn't having our boy John Krasinski behind the lens. And I was like, okay, yeah, right on. Let's see how it goes, and it ended up maybe being my favorite. I gotta like revisit part 2 again, which was great. But yeah, this sounds really cool. I think has the eye for dramatic
Tension.
feature tension. Yeah, so I like it. I like it a lot, and I'm very curious to see where the narrative goes. I think Fede Alvarez is staying on to produce.
I believe so. I believe so. I'm still surprised he's not coming back to direct it. But yeah, he started a great ship. People complain about Alien Romulus. I know me and you are really big fans of it. We got a commentary at some time. But I'm a big fan of course, Rain and Andy. Instantly iconic characters for me in the Alien franchise. David Johnson can just, in the same vein of Lupita, can just do no wrong. Same thing for Kaylee Spaney. And somebody who's been binging, I binged Industry season 2 recently, and David Johnson's in that. He's incredible in Industry. And Kaylee Spaney is also has so much range. So I can't wait to see her back as well. And yeah, Marcus Aronofsky, his big, tenet as a director so far, between Pig and A Quiet Place Day One, is just getting the emotional intensity out of all these like small moments. There's a great scene in Pig where Nicolas Cage is like back in his hometown. He's having like dinner with this other chef, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like so minute but so like special and emotional. I loved it so much. And then same thing in A Quiet Place Day One. It's like just like the pizza scene between Lupita and Joseph Quinn. So special. Like these small scenes in these grand-ish kind of movies. I think he can really nail it. And of course, like the horror thing is always going to be there in an Alien Romulus movie. But the emotional aspect, and it's just so wide open, right? Fede did a great job with Alien Romulus, but it was derivative of Alien, what came before. Now we're in fresh territory now. What happens now? Is it going to follow a similar Alien 2 vibe where they come across the military people or something? Like, I don't know. Like, where is the story going to lead us in Alien Romulus 2? I don't know.
I wonder if they'll take any page out of Alien Earth and, expand out from other threats from the Xenomorph exclusively.
Possibly. That would be really, really cool. I didn't even think about that, but that could be really cool. It's like, hey, the alien is here, but there's other shit too. I think Alien Earth was a flawed show. We talked about it. But I think the alien creatures themselves are a very fun aspect to it. Maybe the eye creature comes back in Alien Romulus. I don't know.
The greater
we'll see what happens.
It's exciting, because also what I loved about Romulus is like, just even though it was playing on like the familiarity of Alien and Aliens, it didn't shy away from connecting with the lore of Prometheus either, which I greatly appreciated. And I would love to see more continuation of that. If you wanted to bring David back, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah. There's a rumor that like Fede didn't come back because he wanted to bring in David, but they wouldn't let him or something like that. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound plausible.
I hope that's a lie, because if that's the reality, I don't want to live in this reality.
Yeah, I don't. It doesn't make sense to me. It sounds like a rumor. But yeah, Alien Romulus 2 should be filming this year, so we'll know for sure who's directing it soon. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So I would assume Alien Romulus set for release in 2027 at the latest. I think
we get the crossover with the Predator.
That's a big question too. Yeah, what are you cooking? What's his name? What's the Predator director's name?
Dan
Trachtenberg. Yeah. You owe me a soda.
Right. Well, what he is cooking is that apparently Badlands is set the latest in the timeline post Alien 4, so maybe Rain and Andy gotta get stuck in cryo until the time aligns. Sure.
I would not be surprised if that's how they end the movie. Like, it wouldn't be on purpose. It would be something innocent, and they get frozen in cryo, and then boom, their ship gets taken or whatever.
That caught me for such a loop when he said that. I was like, oh, we're keeping 3 and 4 canon? Okay.
Yeah, I was shocked about that too. Like, okay, whatever. But yeah, okay, so we talked for a minute. We'll talk about all of Invincible this Thursday. We don't have time today.
I didn't even know the episode dropped this week.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, episode 1 through 3 dropped last week, yeah.
Yeah, so 1 through 3?
1 through 3, yeah, I know. So Invincible 1 through 3. Episode 4 comes out this week for Invincible. It's supposed to be like an original stuff, not even in the comic this week.
Oh, okay.
So that's exciting. Lilo and Stitch 2 was a thing. If anybody likes Lilo and Stitch, I didn't mind the movie.
You loved it. In chat today, Josh is convinced you love it.
Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
I defended it because people said they gave Lilo to the state, and that's not true. Lilo didn't go to the state.
Yeah, we're on record of explaining the actual narrative context in the movie.
She goes to her neighbor,
right next door, and then also still maybe lives in the original house too, and also Nani has a canonical teleportation gun to visit immediately.
That's what I'm saying. So why is this rumor they gave her the narrative that happened before this movie is like, hey, Nani gave it to the state, and then she's in some holding facility or whatever. No, she is right next door. Nothing changes for Lilo's life at all.
Shit legal reason, they had to give Lilo away, but again, the state was on their side of well, shit, I can give her the neighbor right here and everything's fine. We had the upper hand in the greater botch system.
Exactly. And I didn't hate the movie. It is definitely a very flawed movie. It's not the most, I'm never going to rewatch it, but it was fine. I walked out okay, it was whatever. I obviously prefer the original. The supporting cast just didn't work for me as much as the original. But I thought Lilo was just very, very good. And her dynamic with Stitch was very cute. I liked it.
Yeah, totally. My only real issue was just that the character change of Jumba being full villain and not using Gantu at all was okay, weird choice. Probably to save on VFX, I imagine, which will no doubt get bigger budget in the sequel coming up.
Yep. So yeah, I didn't hate him as everybody else, and I thought it was okay, whatever. But anyways, let's talk about Monarch season 2, episodes 3 and 4, baby. This one will end the stream today. We'll talk about both of these, I guess, together. Episode 3, real quick. My big tweet for episode 3 was Monarch, you're giving me everything I want from this show. Oh, actually, I said the same thing 2 weeks in a row. The episode 4 is peak Monarch, where we're doing a crazy mission. It's goofy. It's fun. We get to see our cast do some weird spy shit in the present day, not in the past, in the present. And get all these different dynamics play out while they're doing this goofy mission. I love that. I love it. I love episode 4. My favorite episode yet. But I also like episode 3 because we got the sexual tension between Keiko and Shaw reaching its peak in 1957, right? And that was amazing. They made out. They didn't have sex, right? Or did they? I forget what happened.
I feel like they did.
They did. Okay, I forget the context of the scene. No, it's been 2 weeks. But either way, they go all the way, and then Keiko draws back and writes him a letter saying, "That was it, buddy. You got one. That was it." And then whatever. That was tragic. And then for Billy to find that at the end of the episode, I'm like, God damn.
Basically, nobody wins.
That was crazy, right? So especially going into this episode. So order of events is like 57 happens. Billy or Keiko and Shaw have sex or make out, whatever. But then immediately, days later, she's like, "Okay, that was it. I love you, but I'm in love with Billy," and that's it. To then fast forward, Billy knows this. Shaw and Keiko, but he doesn't tell Shaw and Keiko that he knows this. Fast forward to Keiko dying, and then Shaw dying, and then just Billy is just alone again. It made it seem to me like he reads a letter and he never meets them again, but he reads a letter. They continue to go on missions, presumably off screen.
I don't think so by this point.
Because remember, but by then Keiko's still alive. He read the. Did you read the letter after Keiko died?
Yeah, because our boy, her son is in his custody. I believe it's after both of their disappearances in this.
At the end of episode 3, I mean.
Yes.
Oh, I thought the end of episode 3 like.
Shaw gets the letter that's addressed to him, and then they still do the missions and stuff, and then later.
Oh, you're right. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, son finds it in Shaw's old stuff.
Yeah. Okay. And then that leads into episode 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, but either way, you can add to like the emotional, intensity in these like missing Billy years of like what he was going through post both of their deaths. It's still, especially in episode 4, I thought it was just so sad seeing like Billy map this all out alone as he's like in this era of him like away from Monarch, quote unquote, going crazy. And he has to hide that emotional baggage on top of just like, fulfilling his dream of like trying to discover where these monsters are coming from and the trajectory of Titan X here. I thought it was very, very fascinating, very strong Billy posthumous character work for Billy in episode 4. Everybody getting to see his legacy there was really sweet. But again, backpedaling to episode 3, I love seeing the Shaw and Keiko stuff. It was pure fanfic. Like, they get inside, they see one bed. I'm like, this is amazing. Like, it was great, man. It's raining outside. He's wet. Oh, you're injured. Take off your shirt. I'm like, what are we doing here? Like,
everything amazing. You want.
Everything I want. So, yeah. And I also liked episode 3 because we got, like, Kate. And I love these episodes where it's like you get an Avatar, Zuko alone, right? Like, you get your episodes where a said character goes off on their own and is very sad. And I liked it. And I like that it gets resolved immediately in episode 4, too. They don't linger on Kate being away from everybody else. Other shows don't do that. They have Kate being annoyed for like half the season, but they're like, boom, you're back. That's cool. But I like her giving her time to try to decompress, but failing to do so with her like trying to revert back to how she was pre-school children, or pre-G-Day, basically. And she couldn't really handle that. And I think the emotional work that Anna Sawai was doing in episode 3 was really, really strong. Being with her past girlfriend at a bar and then just screaming at the bridge at night. I thought that was really, really good work there. What were your thoughts on everything? I've just been rambling. Sorry.
That was a lot. Fanfic stuff is beautiful. I love to see it because I could see that they belong together, but also Billy's awesome. And like as I said last time, it's like the throuple just needs the throuple. Oh, what could have been if society was better back then. But I love it a lot. It breaks my heart that like it's not working out, and it breaks my heart that they're back together, but like time displaced, so it's not like as realistic anymore. It's very sad, but it's really well done. The Kate stuff, I think, is being handled very well. The interesting moment where she is kind of like tapping into like connectivity of hearing the Titan when she enters the water in San Francisco was
What's
I
up with
like that a lot. I don't know, but it's exactly what I imagined Godzilla minus Zero is going to do.
That would be really, really cool. And to be honest, Kate and Keiko sensing Titan X for some reason, like it doesn't have to be explained. It's whatever, it's cool. But yeah, I can see that happening in minus Zero as well with Homegirl, the wife.
Yeah, that said, I love the moment on the scene where she bumps into one of her previous students' parents on the bridge.
Yes, that was
Where
before. Yeah,
where it becomes very cathartic. Where that parent did lose a child on the bus that fell, which is horrible, but she's eternally grateful to Kate because she was still trying to save kids and got a couple off, including her other son, who is aged up now because of the time displacement she had. And you just get that little glimpse of like, this is somebody you saved and gets to have a life now, and that wouldn't have happened if you didn't take action.
exactly. I thought the mom was saying though that like her son lived. I don't think I don't think she was saying like one half of her sons died. I think she had one son, he lived, and she was thankful for like
that was the first. No, yeah, that was the first thing that she addressed. So she had a kid that was on the bus that didn't make it, but then there was another kid that did, and she could have lost it all, but all was well.
She got some. She did her job as a teacher. She didn't just like peace out, kids. I'm out of here. Like
the mom was like, yeah, some other people would definitely have just done that. Did good work. Did what you could.
Yeah. As a teacher, I couldn't see myself, or I couldn't see a teacher doing that. Like you have a responsibility, even in a life and death situation. Like, oof, I can't imagine. But yeah, I did love that too. Like, boom, it gave her like the jump start she needed. Like, you were always this brave person. You were always a selfless character, Kate. You're not as selfish because she's been thinking like, hey, I'm selfish. I killed the world by putting Titan X out in the world. Like she's been thinking her intentions are selfish, and they're not really. They're selfless. Either whether it was trying to save Shaw for her mom's sake and for her own sake, Shaw saved her, or in this case, trying to save the children. Like she's doing these selfless acts, and it's not perfect. She couldn't save everybody, and in Shaw's case, Titan X appeared. But either way, they're built by something very emotional and justifying. So get out of your funk, Kate. So yeah, I love the entire Kate stuff too.
Totally. Otherwise, big development in the Apex side of the universe.
Yes, let's talk about this. First of all, episode 3, I was shocked. So episode 3 starts, and I'm like, okay, we're having all our characters together. Cool. Our characters split apart in 3 and 4. So I was shocked about this. Kate goes to like from Japan to San Francisco. I'm like, oh wow, okay. And then Cora / May, she goes to Florida and is going to be a spy for Apex. And then we have Shaw, Keiko, Hiroshi, and Kentaro doing their thing back in Japan still. I'm like, why are we all in 3 very, very different locations? Like, this is not what I expected in episode 3. But yeah, Apex is doing some shit in Japan. They stole that shit right from under him. That's fucked up.
I saw the body cam footage.
Yeah, the body cam footage was comedy, dog. They'd get in there, like, start trashing shit, taking things out. Like, damn, yo. Goddamn. Luckily, they weren't there, though. They already got shot up if they were there. But yeah.
It's very interesting, though. They're introducing a number of plot elements that are going to, like, lead the pathway into movie plots that we've seen.
Go on, because I heard people talking about that, but I don't know what movie plots they were talking about. Besides, like, I don't know. Yeah, you speak for me. I don't know.
A couple things, real quick, in the realm of just viewing. One of Cora's first things is she's going into the files of Apex's major Titan discoveries before, like, uncovering. Yeah. When she first gets there, that's how she leads to being able to see like the live footage of them like raiding in Japan and whatnot. Okay. But just before that, they had like specific like Titan log incidences where they visited Skull Island a few times. Apex's last known viewing of Mothra was on there, which was back in New York in 2001, and I was like, that's interesting. interesting because that would also predate the actual Mothra that we know. Because Mothra starts out as a larva in King of the Monsters in 2019 before metamorphosizing into the one that we've been following. So that would have been like the mother of this Mothra that we know at that time. Interesting stuff.
Is Mothra an alien?
No, she's like the personified guardian, natural guardian of the planet Earth as it is.
Okay,
so she's very much of our realm. But yeah, I found that interesting. They did a couple more monitorings on Skull Island as well, so we know that like factors into like when Apex is the one to pull them out around on Skull Island. The finale from last season, it's just interesting stuff to spotlight there. They also had some inner workings of logging the incident of Bikini Atoll with Godzilla back in '54. There must have been like some foundation stuff from like original Monarch development that splintered off into the development of Apex in the greater history.
Okay, interesting.
But that's it's more of a side tangent in knowledge. What I have been seeing in the development of the actual plot here is that first off, Hiroshi's signal device that can signal Titan calls and whatnot seems to be a big precursor to the Orca device that they use in King of the Monsters that can tap into communing to every kaiju on the global scale when Ghidorah invades the planet.
Gotcha. Okay. So that makes more sense. Okay.
Yeah, and then later on in episode 4, when we get to the greater reveal that May gets shown that they're developing inhibitors to change the neural pathways of kaiju so that they can coexist, but ultimately control the
subjugate
nature of them.
Yeah.
That feels like a big precursor to the whole interconnectivity of connecting to the Ghidorah skull that they will later use for neural link passage between humans and them to control the Mechagodzilla that they develop later, which I think this will also be the stepping stone in the greater world that they're going to be developing this stuff because they want this idea of cohabitating. It's obviously not going to work when something like Ghidorah happens because that's going to become like a greater scale of, okay, now we're of the sense that there is a balance of the kaiju. Godzilla is keeping order with the different things. That's also why they don't want Godzilla economy because they're Alpha Titans. And so that's where Apex, I imagine, in the greater narrative of the population would be like, oh, wait, we could pivot. You never know if one of these kaiju are going to cut loose and go insane. Maybe Godzilla himself goes insane. You never know. We can offer your defense against that. We're building this Mechagodzilla. You want to follow Apex Cybernetics and whatnot.
So, do you think we're going to get like Mechagodzilla like confirmation in this season alone?
From what I saw, we kind of got a prelude to that in season 1 because it looked like they had the schematics of the eye for the Mechagodzilla in one of the scenes. But here I think most of the development is going to head towards the Orca device that Via Farmiga and Kyle Chandler were working on in the movie.
Okay. True. I think most of I think in terms of the season, it could also be like them because they have this, they want to cohabitate, but we know cohabitate for them is like subjugation. They want these like slave kaiju, right? Basically. So do you think they want this in theory to put it on Titan X? They want to just like control Titan X?
I'm sure. Well, I think they want to do it on every kaiju. I'm sure like their creator thing is like, hey, we'll stop this big Titan first, and then it's like, hey, you don't want another G Day. Let's stop the big G right here. Go after Godzilla and whatnot.
True. And so just to help break things down again, the whole play in episode 4 here to fake this Titan emergency in San Francisco to cause all this chaos, and it turns out it was just a whale. That was Apex, and Tim was like, we got conned, Star Trek. Was this what was Apex's goal here? Was it to say like, hey, when you're in danger, call Apex kind of thing to like get more control in these dangerous settings?
It's still a little vague on the exact thing they're going for, but from seeing how they were able to basically dial all the way into Monarch's system and then take off, it could have been, first off, inhibiting Monarch's ability to use their functions normally, but also getting any piece of info extra that they could extract from their own files to then bleed in Apex. Like, all right, now we're going to get ahead of the game with what they know, and then we'll
You're
be
right.
ahead of the curve.
You're right. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. Yeah. So it was mostly creating this whole big emergency so Apex can be in charge, and just like the big thing is that they ended up stealing a lot of Monarch data that was there, which is so fascinating because like Apex is always talking about how they're like the superior tech. We can do all this. Look at this tech like we did. We did this really fast, Tim. But like at the same time, they're stealing a lot of information from Monarch. That was the big thing. It's like, hey, there was no danger. You just wanted to be on our ship, steal all our shit, and now we don't know what they're going to do with all their shit. Like, what are they going to do with all this knowledge on top of their new fancy mind control-y technology? Because Monarch could help them along with maybe, Korra's help. I doubt, we know Korra's not going to do that. But like Korra on top of this Monarch technology could help them, extend the time that they can control these monsters. Because right now it's like 30 seconds. So all this Monarch technology could help them out in the long run. But that was a very fascinating play by Monarch, who's being or by Apex, who's being led by Cliff Curtis. I didn't know he was going to be in the show. He's always a fun character actor. He can really do it all.
Way of Water Zone.
Way of Water Zone, Cliff Curtis. So it's really cool seeing him in a Monarch. I forgot who's going to be in this season. But yeah, and I like that Kate's back with the main squad now. Sucks that Kate's back with the main squad as Korra stays behind in Florida with Apex. But let me get this off my chest. There is no way in hell Apex let Korra, who hacked their ass just like 2 years ago, bringing her back in and like, that's it. There's no shot. They just trust Korra implicitly right now. No. By the end of the season, Korra's going to try something, and they're like, yeah, we were expecting that. I hope so. Because there's no way the head Apex lady is that trusting of Korra. I'm like, she just exudes
I think she said as much. She was like while they were like still running around before they released those other kaiju to run amok. They're like, yeah, I know you're like, you're trying to help your friends find that device we took. It's like, all right, well, shit.
Yeah, but then she's like, hey, help me out here. Like Korra's staying behind. Like they obviously trust Korra not to fire her.
Well, I think she just like realizes like Korra has whatever the specific code the Korra has written is the key to it, and they literally have no way of accessing it without Korra herself because it literally
Korra just once in a lifetime hacker. Nobody else really. Okay, whatever.
No, I think it's just a specific code she wrote that like fits in with the genealogy of it all. Nobody else has written or figured out the solution to that.
And that's what I'm saying. There's so many smart people in this show, but nobody else can like hack into Korra's code. But I don't care. But either way, I am curious to see like it's such a dangerous position, right? Like these Apex people are wild. They're dangerous. They just stole everything from Hiroshi. It's a very trepidatious job. On the outside, though, as an audience member, I hope Korra still gets some scenes. I remember seeing some early reviews of people saying like Korra's not in this season that much, or people want like the people that watched this season said it was like really, really good, but like that they want more from Korra. So hopefully, episodes 5 through 10, the second half of this season, hopefully that's not like Korra light because she's just basically be stuck with the villains. And if the villains aren't doing shit, then Korra's not going to be having that much screen time. So on a screen time angle, I am worried for Korra. I just want more Korra scenes, which is why I wanted her to be back with the squad, who are going to be like the forward momentum of the season. So I'll wait and see what happens there. But on the other hand, I'm glad Kate's back so we can get more Kate Kentaro or Kate and Hiroshi or Kate and Keiko scenes again. Now that she's back with the main squad, so many juicy dynamics on that team. But yeah, in general, I liked episode 4 because they were doing some crazy spy shit. The whole bar faking him being drunk, and the whole May and Shaw and Kentaro shit. It was very, very funny. And it really worked for me. I love the hell out of all that.
That's the best.
It was just great. So much fun. And the show is like so much fun and dramatic and awkward. I love it so much. Moving forward, like, do you think we're gonna get more of these scenes with the squad in the past? I feel like they've reached like again, the 1957 stuff was like a year before Keiko died.
Mm-hmm.
Then we saw Billy being alone a little bit here in this episode. I like the scenes with the young kid Hiroshi. That was very sweet and sad. But yeah, I was like, we know we're getting the spinoff now, but like, are we done with Wyatt Russell for the second half of the season? I wonder. What more can they tell us?
Immediate following up of reading the letter, maybe. I don't know.
True. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just curious about, like, okay, we've done a lot of past stuff. I still want it. I feel like that's an integral part of the show. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, episode 3 and 4 were just so much fun. I'm trying to see if we forgot anything. Kate stuff was great. Apex doing some shady shit. And what's next for Tim? Like, he got conned. He's gonna be having to. He already has like Cora being the spy or whatever. But I'm like,
Tim has gone through so much shit this season of trying to just keep shit in order. I think he's earned the spot as the leader of Monarch. Man, he's really good.
He's really good. I like how it was just him and that one random guy with like an iPad. They were like the only 2 people at Monarch while everybody else was like at Apex. And they're all just like talking to you. What do you think they're doing? I don't know, man. What's going on, man? It was very funny that him and this random person had this whole like.
He was the guy who appointed Tim effectively. He was like, "You really the guy." And then like later in this episode, he's like, "God, this fucking Apex shit. I better work." God.
Yeah, it was just so funny, man. I'm with Tim every step of the way. He's so good in this show. So yeah, I'm just loving Monarch every episode so far of season 2. It's a really, really good show. It knows how to handle good character moments. I like that Kate said goodbye to her mom before leaving to go back to rejoin the team. I really loved that. Like, she really cemented, like, hey, I gotta stop looking in the past. I failed, but I'm ready to move forward. I really like it because, like, she really did her mom dirty in season 1 a lot of the time. So I like that she had that one final scene with her mom being like, "I'm happy, Mom. I love you. I need to move forward." It was a very special moment for Kate.
Totally.
So Kate's having some good character work. And yeah, Shaw and Keiko. I like Keiko helping Hiroshi in episode 3 with the whole, like, what's going on with you and your wife's scenario. And then this episode, she's like trying to
different, you and I.
Yeah, right. In this episode, she's trying to be like his mom more so again. It's just it's very cool. It's exactly what I wanted. Like, she's missed so many years, and she's still trying to mother him a little bit. It's really great. Like they're in the apartment, and he's like, "I got to go help out. I need to go leave immediately to help out Kate." And she's like, "No, don't leave your room, young man. Like, stay where you are." It's like, yeah, what's going on here? Like, we're kind of equals now, but we're not. It was great. It was cool.
Totally.
So yeah, so many great dynamics in this show. And yeah, that's about it. Do you have anything else?
Does it? No Godzilla or Kong action either of these episodes.
None. Yeah, and oddly enough, no Titan X action either because it was fake. He is somewhere else. Now we have to go track down Titan X in the future. And we'll see what happens there. But yeah, so we'll be back Thursday night for Daredevil reaction episode. I think it's just one episode a week now. Are they doing first 2 episodes tomorrow?
I think it's just one now.
Okay, cool. Thank God. So 1 episode of Daredevil, and we'll break down the first 4 episodes of Invincible season 4. 3, 4. Wow,
Five?
so many seasons of Invincible. Remember when it was like so long between season 1 and 2, and now we're like boom, 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 boom. I love it.
May that happen with Time Blazer.
Yeah, come on, baby. So Invincible is a strong season. So we're talking about Invincible, Daredevil, and yeah. Oh, there was some Last of Us casting, but I forgot about that. We'll talk about that on Thursday as well. A lot of controversy, Nathan. A lot of controversy. But we'll talk about it. I kind of am on the other side of it a little bit, as always. But find me on Twitter, Harris EV9. Time to watch some anime. And yeah, that's about it. Watching TV, watching anime, doing my thing. What's up?
You follow me at _Time Blazer. Make a show called Time Blazer with co-star and creative consultant Evan Harris.
Playing Ben, the GOAT of Time Blazer, who is not undergoing a metamorphosis in Time Blazer. At least not that I've heard of yet.
I mean, don't we all? You think you were born with that power? You think that's air you're breathing now?
Am I going to turn to Man Lightning?
Black Lightning.
Black Lightning? Oh, trademark.
Trademark registered. Not a racial thing, I promise. It's canon. All right, if you guys enjoy this, especially like button, subscribe already, ring the bell. It's just coverage on all things movie and TV. And that being said, hope you have a great day. Catch you guys next time.